Hey guys, Jeremy here from School of Wok, Covent Garden. This week it's a Wok Wednesday. It's all in a frying pan, one pan wonder. We're taking you over to the Philippines and tantalizing your taste buds with a chicken adobo. Chicken adobo kind of become the national dish of Philippines, and it's essentially like a slightly sweet, sour soy chicken stew. Oh, sorry, Lee. You want a good amount of garlic to start it off, and you're going to finely chop that up. And apart from that, there's not that many ingredients to this, so it's a really nice, simple home dish, which is why I think the Philippines, it's so popular. So roughly chop your garlic. Garlic here is the main base flavour outside of the soy sauce and the bay leaves and your whole black peppercorns. So aside from that, we're going to marinate your chicken. I've got whole chicken thighs with the bone on here. A good amount of light soy sauce. There's about 8 tablespoons of light soy sauce there. Get your garlic back in and mix that well. Ideally, if you had more time, you could cover that, pop it in the fridge for at least an hour or two. I'm going to cook this straight away. Any extra sauce and things we'll put into the sauce later on once your chicken's started to cook. Wash your hands, get cooking. So what you want to do is pan fry your chicken, skin side down, with enough oil to sear the skin nicely. It will spit at you a little bit, so go carefully. You want a good high heat for your chicken. As I say, skin side down, crisp up that chicken skin. I had this a few times out in the Philippines, and it really is just very sort of comfort food. It gives you that comfort food feeling, like Moorish. Allow that to crisp up. You've got the rest of the sauce here, or the marinade, just sitting in the bottom of the bowl. So I'm just going to keep it nice and easy. I'm going to pour some dark soy sauce for colour into there. And then my vinegar is for later, so sugar to caramelise up that dark soy sauce. Mix that through so we don't waste that marinade. My vinegar goes in the last 10 minutes, and that'll cook this sort of sourness out, but still have the depth of flavour that rice vinegar adds to it. Bay leaves can go in. A few black peppercorns whole, ready to pour in, and we'll start to use that to caramelise around the chicken thighs after sort of 3 to 4 minutes of crisping up the chicken skin. So if a lot of fat does come out of the skin, just carefully pour the excess out. So you don't want it to be really, really greasy. Fat's out. Keep all that goodness in there. Keep that on the heat. It's still on a pretty high heat here. The rest of my flavour is going to come in. And I do want this to sort of caramelise before I add any water to it. Oh yeah, look at that. That's the good stuff. Get all that garlic into there. Let that bubble up nicely. And just sort of any sticking of slightly charred bits can come off the bottom of the pan. Now we obviously need those chicken thighs to cook through properly, so it's going to need a bit more liquid. So just some hot water from the kettle is absolutely fine. We're going to cover it sort of 2/3 the way up. So as that chicken or the sauce is caramelizing, it's nice to sort of turn your chicken pieces into the sauce a little. It picks up all the flavor, and this is what braising's all about. So you could just boil stuff in the water with the sauce, etc. It wouldn't come out quite the same. You do need to sort of baste and glaze and get that caramelized finish on the sauce. before you add any water to the pan. So water straight over now. Look at that, it's like I measured it. Bring it to a boil, cover it with a lid. Of course, when it's boiling, just be careful. As soon as it's boiling, bring it right down to a simmer. So after 15 minutes or so, you can see that chicken's nice and tender. The sauce is still bubbling away. Just gonna turn those through. I'm gonna add the vinegar at this stage. Give it another 10 minutes with the vinegar to sort of sit into it to give a slightly sour finish. So you get nice sweet sour. Vinegar in. At this point, lid off. High enough heat so that that sauce really reduces down by about half. So my chicken is definitely cooked. It's soaked up all that flavour of the sauce, and you can see I'm really sort of vigorously boiling this now just to give it that extra bit of reduction. So it is very much like a sort of sweet sour stew almost. So you want the sauce to have a good sort of consistency but still be runny enough to just sort of either pour over some rice or soak up with some bread. Just going to let it go for another minute or so before I pour that over the chicken. Whoa, hungry. That to me is just right. Nice sort of dripping consistency. Straight over to the meat. It's almost like a Filipino jus or gravy. Coriander works quite nicely over the top. My version of a chicken adobo. Right. That lovely soft tender piece of meat. Really love that. In Chinese cooking you have, because soya sauce chicken is quite caramelized, sweet. The sourness of the vinegar cooked into the salty soy sauce. Oh, it's a great family dish that. You like this dish and you want to learn more, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Chicken adobo. I almost forgot what I was about to say.
I really thought he was going to mess up and correct you with the chicken adobo after all of that.
It's just like, what are we making? I'm just going to keep talking.